got Ricky out here, and Ricky is in the area right next to the creek, the natural creek here that's flowing. It's kind of cool. It goes there, and then it goes, when it's not flowing too high, it'll go underground to the left there and come out right around here. You can see the water moving down there. But anyway, enough creek talk. So this I laid down a long time ago, and it compacted down nicely. Once I get the whole driveway, I mean, like this, but obviously a lot more rock, it'll be nice and hard to drive on. But I'm having a water problem here. This has always been a very wet area, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on the ditch, the high side here. This is probably the highest spot on this stretch of road here. So I'm going to go from here and probably work it down there. There's a whole puddle area here and a puddle area down there. So I got the high spot here, and the low spot is that puddle there. So my plan, instead of putting in a whole culvert and everything, I'm going to dig a ditch down the side, flatten all this out. But then in the low spot down here, I'm going to dig out a little drainage ditch, if you want to call it. Not too much, like between 12 and 18 inches, probably 12. And I'm going to line it with coarse rock. And it's going to be sloped so that it goes down into the creek. My thinking there is all the rain that comes off here and everything, it'll come down this ditch and follow its way down here. I'm trying to avoid using those plastic culvert pipes. They're just really expensive. I want to see how this does. So I'm going to dig a ditch, fill it with coarse rock, and then once I get it to the same level as the dirt, then I'm going to spread the gravel all over the driveway. That's the plan. Let's get started. changed my mind a little bit. I took out that first hump and I'm grading everything down to this single point. And man, with just a couple passes and a few minutes of time spent, wow, what a difference. I mean, now if it's raining, it's gonna come from down there and come all the way over here, and I'll bank it into the creek. I got a low spot now. It's definitely a defined low spot. So I'm gonna go swap out. Let's go get the box blade real quick. Kids are yelling. They're having fun on the trampoline. Alright guys, so I've been wondering something. I don't know if you're interested or not, but I've learned a lot with hydraulics, with tractors, with everything. Like, taking this backhoe on and off was seriously I mean, I'll be honest, sometimes it took me 20 minutes to get this thing off, and to put it back on, it used to take me like a long time, like 30, 40 minutes. Ridiculous. I'd be calling it every name in the book. And now, taking it off is about maybe a 2-minute job if I'm really on my game, and putting it back on maybe 5. So what I've been thinking about doing is making a few shorter videos and just posting those on the channel. I know a lot of you like watching what's going on with our homestead, with our building projects, what we're doing, you know, life in the life of type stuff, but I was thinking about putting some just specifically focused, like how to take off the backhoe, how to put it back on, a bunch of different things like that. So let me know if you're interested in that in the comments, and I will do it. I think I've watched so many YouTube videos with, I feel like I owe it to the community to put some of that content out there, because I've learned a lot of tricks, especially with this backhoe, how exactly to do it. And I feel like I'm hoarding that information, and it could be really helpful to others. So I don't want to turn anybody off thinking that I'm just putting like short little mechanic videos out there. I don't know. Let me know. I'll put it out there. Maybe I'll just make a playlist for it or something. So. Alright, this looks pretty smooth. Looks really good. Flattened out mostly. Enough for rock to come in now. And now there's a true low spot. So it seemed like there was a low spot here and there's a low spot there. Now it's just over there. Yeah, this is all going downhill over here. Feels good. Alright, look at this clay. Look at this material. I mean, that is... I mean, that's like ceramics class stuff. Look at that. Wow. Like, this is a muddy mess. I mean, it's just dirt. But I got it pretty flat. I did the box blade yesterday here. And this is all sandstone, this area. But it's a good time to come out here when it rains and see what it's doing. See, I could tell I need some kind of control over here, maybe along the inside here. Because as you can see, the water's going this way. And it's going off that way. Ground is really saturated. Like, it is so slippery. This is newly disturbed soil right here. It's gonna be a miracle if I don't just completely slip. And here's the section that I'm really interested in. It's up here. Man, these dogs are gonna be filthy. Oh well, let them have fun. And they're going up the mountain. There's a mountain up that way. They always chase deer up there. All right, let's see what's happening here, guys. Whew. All right, this is looking good. I have a little low spot. Man, this is not even muddy either. Look at that. That's pretty good. All right. Little bit of a low spot, but wow. Okay, cool. This was so bad before. I couldn't even walk. Now it's nice and hard, but more importantly, it's all coming down to this one spot like I anticipated. That is fantastic. All right, cool. So still needs a little work, a little cut and a little shaping down this way. And I gotta add a trench. Gotta put a trench right there so that all the water from, I guess, the higher spots, if there's a slight crown here, it'll go down that side, run, and then end up over here and go down this way. It's even flowing into the creek. Wow. It must be. There. There's my puddle. There's my puddle. All right, this is really good. I mean, for not much effort, I got the water doing what I want. Yeah, let's dig a little canal here. There we go. Nice. All right, so here's the plan, guys. I'm not going to be putting in a culvert pipe, which would be like an underground pipe and then opening is over there. I don't want that. What I want to do is dig. Okay, maybe dig 12 to 18 inches, maybe like 2 feet wide or so, and then fill this with some really coarse rock, some of that limestone. Then bring it up to the level that it's at right now, and then completely cover it with the finer material for the top coat of the driveway. A couple inches of rough stone and then a couple inches of finer stone. And what that'll do, the water will come down just like what it's doing right now, and then it'll like settle down into that trench and then make its way down into the creek. But the clay is going to make a really nice material to hold my base stone. Let's go check out the creek. Where are my dogs? Maddie! Carmen! Come here! There they are. It's all the way up there. Look at them. Coming down the mountain. I see you, Carmen. I see you. You gonna cross the creek? Come on, Carmen. Come on. You look pretty. That a girl. Oh, you didn't want to get your paws wet. Come here, Carmen. Come here, honey. Did you have an adventure? Oh boy, here we go. We're gonna fight in the mud. Okay, look out, Maddie. Okay. Looks silty. That's a lot of water, man. We're gonna get a lot more too. Yeah, I love this creek, man. I wish it flowed all the time like this. Such a cool place to come down in the summer when it's just the water's nice and cold. Little creatures make habitats. I love it. I'm gonna probably dig that ditch and put some rock in it and see what happens after that. Maddie, you are one dirty puppy. Look at you. What happened? What'd you do, Maddie? See, what was that? What was that noise? What was that noise? Was that the bear? Go see. Okay. Aha. All right, so this is interesting too. I don't know if I've ever showed you this, but here, this illustrates how that spring works. All right, we got the natural creek. Natural creek. This is a beautiful walnut tree. We got our natural creek here, and this is coming from the spring. So they just the two of them meet up and they go down this way, which is really cool. But here's the cool part. Sometimes when it's really flowing, it goes all the way past this point, but it's not flowing that heavy yet. But it is flowing heavy enough to dump into this this hole to who knows where. Yeah, there's a the earth takes it right here. Like all day long, all day, like just ugh. Look at that. It's unbelievable. It just keeps going and going and going. I probably shouldn't even be standing here. Feeling a little vulnerable. I mean, there's just, I don't know if you want to call it a sinkhole or what it is, but water always flows down to that point, but sometimes it keeps going. Here's my trailer. Oh, the deer got the pumpkins. They've been eating my pumpkins in the compost pile. They haven't been able to get into this one yet. Maybe I should help them. There. See what they do with that guy. All right. So it will come all the way down here, around and around. And this is where I got all that material. I still have some more here, but it'll even come all the way down there and wash out all the way down this way and go to the road. So that's pretty neat. I got a lot more material here. I might need it in another section, but unnatural stuff that, you know, I don't have much concrete left, but there still is some stuff here. I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not. That's the area I just finished. Do I wait for it to dry and waste a few days, or do I just clean up my mess after the fact? I'm going to go for it. I can't sit still anymore. Not too bad behind me. It's pretty soft. That I'm going to be moving, I don't know where to put it. Probably on the back side. So do I dig close and then reach and dump, or do I reach and I gotta put it in? Alright. Let's lift her up. Alright. Neutral. Good. Brake. Let's get the stabilizers down. I usually make contact with each side, and then I kind of just push them up together, and we are good in the neighborhood. Let's get that tight. All right, that is not bad. Minimal disturbance. Look at this. Minimal. Really nothing. I mean, it poured last night. Here's the creek compared to yesterday. It's going nice now. I want to show you a couple things real quick, okay? But here's the plan. I got to take off the backhoe. I've been doing this pin thing here. So if I'm just driving around somewhere, I lock the backhoe, because otherwise when you're driving, it puts pressure on this boom stabilizer. I learned my lesson when I broke the, which one was it? Was it the, it was this one. Yeah, the bucket cylinder. All right. Man, I still got to replace this toolbox too. What a piece of junk. All right. All right, now it's unlocked. Now I can dig away. So the plan, everything you see basically with water sitting on top, I'm gonna dig a nice little trench. And then I think if I can reach, I'm gonna put the dirt on this side. And then that'll allow me to dump some rock here. And I think I'm gonna grab the bigger stones from the driveway that I just tracked over. But let me show you a couple things. I don't know if you guys have seen this on our property yet. I mean, this is, whoa, muddy, super muddy. I'm not sinking though. That's all the clay I scraped off the top layer. But I'll show you, there is a creek. Oh, they kind of combine. One comes from that way, and another one comes from this way. All right. And this is why we need either a culvert or a little bridge. Because this is my driveway, right? And I keep saying it, in the winter this thing flows, and here it is, it's flowing. All right, that's going right across. Now, I imagine like a 12-inch culvert would do the job. I mean, I've seen this thing really gush though. So it makes me think that maybe we should do something a little bit more than a little culvert. I might make a culvert out of some really thick stones instead of buying one of them for like $800. Ridiculous. This is the sinkhole, or the cavity that all the water falls into right here. I stood yesterday. All right, it's all going into there. But look, it's continuing, and I'll show you. It's flowing hard enough so that it, you know, that hole can't suck up all the water. Some of it is going past. But, all right, from over here, my compost pile, it's still going around and around, okay? And over here is where I unearth all that stuff. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to get rid of all that junk, because there's a natural stream right here. So look, isn't that cool? And this gets big, real big. When we get into winter and the temperatures drop and the ground is really saturated, man, this thing flows and flows. I know you can't see it, but there's a little waterfall right there, and it comes down here, all around. And this is one of my favorite group of trees on the whole property. And you know what those are? Those are black walnuts. If anybody on this channel follows us that are sawmill guys, you're probably drooling right now, because look how straight those black walnuts are. And those are probably at least 16 inches, and they're straight as an arrow. All right, let's go back. Let's go get to work. Let's dig this trench. mud, 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 M-U-D. All right, so something happened here that is really great. I hit a rock, and that's for the first time on this whole project, I'm actually happy about it, because that means the rocks I put down are not going to just sink. It's gonna be on this nice, well, that's limestone, so that's even better. So, all right, cool. All I need now is a trench down the side here to welcome the water this way, and I think I got the grade right. We could just let it flow down that way. But now the plan is for me to get stones about this size here. I'm gonna fill the loader full a couple times, and I'm gonna just fill this whole trench to this level with some really coarse rocks. That way when the water comes into this trench, it'll just find its way past it and go right there into the creek. And some of these rocks are just never gonna, like this one is just way too thick for the driveway. It's gonna cause a bump when you're driving over it. So that's going. Same here. This is what I'm after. Some big ones, big chunky ones. Not big flat ones, like that'll break easily. That one's good. Like I'm looking for really some fatties. That one. Okay. Okay, Mr. Stream. Bring your water right back. Really need a deeper spot, but I don't have one. I got like a gallon in this thing. I wanted a bit more than that. Oh well. Give me a hand. Okay, let's see what it does. Shall we? Probably enough to see what's happening. As expected. All right. It's kind of resting right there. Let's help it out a little bit. All right. That's exactly what I thought. I can't tell you how hard this soil is. The clay is just unbelievable. And when you're working with your backhoe, you think it's like underpowered or something, and you're like, man, this backhoe's not even that strong. But then you get a shovel, and you realize what you're asking of the backhoe, and you're like, wow, that thing's pretty strong. This is great. I got this rock right here. I mean, could you ask for one in a better spot? Really? Now I don't have to worry about erosion so much. Natural stone is what I'm looking for. This. Not this. Although that's good fill. That's not going to break down. What do you think? Too big? wanted you to say hi to Meg. She's been absent this episode, right, Meg?
I've had a little cold. Santa brought me a cold. But I've been telling John what to work on. Just kidding. He does what he wants.
That's right.
Anyone who thinks I have control of John, no.
Wah. Wah.
I feel like you need more right here.
There you go.
Do this without gloves? No gloves?
It's funny you say that.
Is it?
All right, Meg, you want to see?
I want more candy cane. What do I want to see? What are you going to show me? Aren't I looking at it? What?
Well,
Oh, you're going to show me how it works?
Yeah.
You get in a bucket of water?
That's what I do.
Oh. Alright. This is exciting. Oh, jeez, John.
What are you afraid of? Some watermelon woman? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Watch down there.
I see it.
Ha-ha!
It's going. It's going, baby.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it go.
It's working.
Oh, yeah. Think that'll work, Meg?
I think for a time period it will, but I think over time it might erode down. So we'll just have to keep adding rocks.
It won't.
Why?
There's a rock down there.
Oh, big rock?
Big rock.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. There it goes, right into the creek. Or as some of you would say, crick. I say creek. Cool, huh? All right, so next up, and then we'll call it good. From this little dinky tree to about that dinky tree, maybe a little past it, little retaining wall. We're gonna build it up to the ground level. Then I'm gonna take this dirt and just ask it to move over there.
You can ask it nicely.
And then that'll give me a night, because this is like the narrow spot of the driveway. And I'd feel a little bit better if we had just another 18 inches on this thing. And then we'll be all hunky-dory. But there we go. It's going back into the creek. Ah, it's pretty. All right, let's get to work.
Leave these little trees.
Yeah.
They'll help with erosion.
That's right. And the ferns, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a big one. I got all these from... Oh, no. Oh, I don't want that to happen. Be a little bit more gentle, I guess. There we go. Like the skull Carmen found? Get. I need one more row. Let's go get one more row. Oh, I wanted that to go so smooth. It's not where I wanted it, but that's all right. Grab it. Maybe I can roll it up. If I can ever get in this creek, by the time I figure out how, we'll be done here. Okay. Oh, there goes all my moss. So I grabbed this rock because it had some moss on it here, and I thought it would kind of kickstart the... Well, you know what? Let's just put it in random places. Here. Nature will figure it out. Stones are heavy. Oh, did you get that? I just slid right down the hill. All right, next day, guys. It's actually the day you're going to see this video. It's Friday. And kind of a cloudy day here in Virginia. But here's what we're going to do. The creek is still flowing. I'm going to take this hose and I want to just kind of rig together a quick little, well, endless spigot. Let's see if I can make this work. I don't know if I have the elevation gain, but I really wanted to just test everything out before I close things up. But I don't have a water source anywhere nearby. I do have this creek. So, let's see. That looks like a good spot. Feeling like a moonshiner now. Oh, come on. It's still going. I abandoned the green one and I ran a black one. That's a lot better hose. And I got it all the way down here. And I think I got it primed nicely now. Yeah, it's running like a regular hose right now. I mean, give or take. Look at that. That's pretty great. Even has pressure. Not much pressure, but it's got pressure. That's cool. All right, physics is fun. Yeah, look at that. All right, now, since the green one's saturated, or I guess filled with water, I'm gonna go get it and hook it to this one, and I gotta get to the tractor over there, ish. So let's go see if I can make that happen. Cool. All right, that's what I really did it for. Show you what I did. Okay. So now we got, all right, we're imitating rainfall and an abundance of water. This is the high spot. So hopefully it's gonna go down, 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 down. We should start seeing some water. Let's see. We should see water eventually come out there. Right here. Hopefully that happens. Water's still going, so we're good. And that was a lot of effort just to... I probably should have just waited for it to rain. I just wanted to show you guys what I did for you. Is it coming out somewhere else? I think so. Oh, 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 oh! Aha! There we go. Very cool. There's my drain. Really only cost me some time and diesel. Not bad. That saved us quite a few $100s. So look at my butt. Is that your ball? What do we have? Is this your ball? Okay, man. Good job. Come on, Maddie. Good girl. Come on. What's wrong with you? Maddie, come on. Let's go. Come. You don't want to play anymore? I turned the camera on, then you don't want to play anymore. Oh well. And then I'll kind of like feed this one into it. Oh, I jinxed it. What happened? There's got to be an air bubble in there. It's getting faster.